Now you can see this example, this simple example I have taken. I have not taken from any of the books. I have made this for you all so that you can understand that how to draw a timeline. Some dates are mentioned here. See here. 1 CE, 100 BCE, 200 BCE, 300 BCE, 100 CE, 200 CE and 300 CE. So whenever they ask you to draw timeline, what you will have to do, first you have to make a straight line. And always make sure that while drawing a timeline you should use pencil, not any sketch, not any pen, nothing. You have to use only pencil. Okay, so see here, first you have to start with which, BCE or CE? You have to start with BCE, before common era, because it starts from backward. Okay, so we have to start with BCE, that is 300 BCE. Okay, next is 200 BCE. Next you have 100 BCE. Okay, and then you have 1 CE. Okay, then what you can write after 1 CE? What is there? 100. You can write it here down. 100 CE. Here you can write here 200 CE, and here you have to write here 300 CE. So you are getting, children, what you have to do? See here, BCE, as you all have learned that it goes in a backward, and after 1 CE, after the starting point and after the birth of Jesus Christ, what will go? It will go in a counting part, that is in a forward. So this is the example of timeline. Okay, you can take this example, you can practice in your home. If you have any doubt, you can pause it and you can see this repeat. And if you want to do one more exercise, then you can switch to page number 9 of your own textbook. It is there, question number D. So you can make this in any of your rough copy. First you practice, then if you want to have one more practice, one more exercise to do, then you can do from this page number. Okay, so this is a timeline. I hope you have understood about dates and timeline. Now moving on to our next topic, it is about sources. See, sources of history. Now what are sources? Sources are the different information that historians they collect from where? From different past. Means they collect from different areas, that to frame again, to reconstruct again the past, again to make a history. What the historians do, they collect it. And where they get this kind of sources? They get from archaeological source and literary source. The best example of archaeological source is prehistory. We have already learned about prehistory. Now first video. So what is prehistory? Prehistory means where the written records are not there, and literary sources means where the writing records are kept. So prehistory is example of archaeological source, and literary source you can take the example of history. Fine. Now see, archaeological is a scientific study of the past based on its physical remains. Physical remains means any kind of human activity. What is remain that they do. Who does that thing? It is these are done by archaeologists. Okay, and who are archaeologists? Who study about archaeological site, they are known as archaeologists. What they do? They excavate. Excavate means, to take out the things from underneath. Whatever things are there underground, they dig out the things. Okay, that is, they record the things and they proceed. They explore the thing so that the historians can understand and take out and can collect the things to reconstruct again history. So these are the works of archaeological source. See, example of archaeological sources are weapons, pottery, jewelry, clothes, seals, paintings, sculpture, coin, monuments, and even remains of entire city. These are the only sources of information about prehistory. So we have already learned about prehistory, and just now we have discussed about prehistory. So this archaeological things, whatever we get, that is help us to understand about prehistory. You can see there are different pictures are given here about earrings, about pots, about coin, painting, seals are there, fossils is there. This is a burial where the dead bodies get buried. These are the monuments. Okay, these all are the study of archaeological site. From these are the things where the historians they collect different kind of sources. Fine. Here in coins, who study, now coins is one thing you have to learn in coin, that who study about the coin, what they call, they are called as numismatic. The study of who learn about the coin and who study about the coin, they are called as numismatic. Like who study history, they are called historians. Who study about archaeology, they are called archaeologists. In the same way, who study about coin, they are called as numismatic. Is that clear? So these are the example of archaeological sources. Archaeological sources are important because they are the only source for reconstructing the past where written sources are not available. They are helpful for verifying data found in written records. Whatever things are written from there, what they do, they verify it. If any things are not been written, if you find any things in written form, that has to be verified from where? From prehistory. That has to be verified from archaeological source. Okay, so for these two things, archaeological sources are very important. First, it reconstruct the past. Next is it's verify the data. Whatever the data are found in written records, it verify that whether that things was existed or not. Okay, so these two things are very important in archaeological source. Next, you have literary sources. Now, literary sources, as I told you about the written records, written things that provide in history about to collect information about the past. So, two examples are there of literary sources. One is inscription, one is manuscript. Manuscript and inscription were used, okay, in earliest example of handwritten records. With the invention of printing, books become the main form in which literature was presented. Now, whatever books, whatever things we are getting here in our present day, that has been taken from inscription and manuscript. Now, what is inscription and manuscript? You can see these two pictures. Manuscripts are handwritten text or documents. In the beginning, they were written on the leaves or barks of trees. Generally, it is very true because earlier the peoples were not known about different kind of papers. They neither have any papers or nothing. So where they used to write, they used to use leaves. Okay, they used to use leaves or barks of tree. Barks of trees, I hope you understand. Barks of tree means the hard surface of the tree. Okay, they take out the things and they use it for writing purpose, or even they can use dried animal skin. Later they came to be written on paper. Okay, the picture the picture above shows us an ancient Indian manuscript written on palm leaves. That this is the palm leaf. Okay, that palm, I think you have seen, it is in the form of love shape. So that in that leaves, what they do, they have written different kind of text. Okay, this is called manuscript. Next, you have about inscription. Now, what is an inscription? Inscriptions are writing engraved. You know what is the meaning of engraved? Engraved means a design. Okay, they do design on where? On hard surface such as stone, pillars, copper sheets and caves. They help us to understand the social custom of the period, trace the evolution of script and language, and provide dates of major events. Edicts, a type of inscription, are an important source of information of ancient India. Shown above is an edict issued by modern King Ashoka. The study of inscription is called epigraphy. Now see, inscriptions are the writing part. Okay, they especially what to do? They inhale or they design it in the hard surfaces. And what they do means, what are the after writing that, what it is useful? It is useful for them to understand about the social customs of that period. Whatever things has happened anciently about the king life, about many other things, that we can understand from inscription. Okay, and who study about inscription, what they are called? They are called epigraphy. So I hope you have understood about manuscript and inscription. These are the example of literary source. Next, you can see here, literary sources are two main types. One is religious and secular. For one is, it is about religious and secular. So what religious, you can understand religious means which the text that deals with religion. Okay, this religion tell us about the social, political, economic and religious life of the